South Sudan have been dominating basketball, especially African basketball, for the past 2 years. And for over 2 years, South Sudan didn't know the meaning of a loss in African basketball. So from August 27th, 2022 to Sunday, November 2024, South Sudan reigned supreme in African basketball, beating 7 countries in one or two occasions. And by the time FIBA updated its world rankings last August, South Sudan jumped from 34 to 23rd, overtaking Cote d'Ivoire to become the first team in Africa. So on November 24, 2024 marked the end of South Sudan's unbeaten run, and it came at the hands of a Congo DR team that had that made sure to do the unthinkable, something that we have not used to seeing. So the last time we saw the South Sudanese team, take a loss was way back in 2022. Then most recently at the end of last year in November, that time it was window 2. That's why they took their first loss. But they have been on a winning streak, and they've beaten Congo DR. They beat Congo DR in Tunisia. They went ahead and beat Egypt. They beat Senegal. They beat Congo DR. And not only that, even in the World Cup, they beat Angola in the Philippines. So South Sudan are that team that, when I look back at, I even said, even after the Olympics, they might even go ahead and win the whole Afrobasket this year, based on how active they have been and how active their basketball program is. So when I saw this stat, I was very puzzled, because I had not taken I did not take keen interest in it that much. But when I saw this, I felt shocked, because we were used to seeing South Sudan winning, even up to the point where they got stopped in the Olympics, which I must say, they already surpassed the expectations, being the pride of African basketball. But I was not even taking too much note on that, because I was very much looking towards seeing them qualify. I just wanted to see them qualify. But looks like the unbeaten streak might have slipped my mind, because most of the time I was looking at, will they be able to qualify to get to that next round? But I never took into account that. But when I saw this thing going around that, their unbeaten streak is gone in Africa, I was shocked, because I was like, even despite all the success, this might have gone under the radar. But Congo DR were able to give them their first loss. And I remember I covered it when I was looking at South Sudan basketball in the window 2. And even I made sure to mention it. But hey, it's still a very good achievement. And looks like South Sudan, being the number 1 team in Africa, they have what it takes to go ahead and do the unthinkable and win the Afrobasket, given the positive trajectory they've had. Not too many teams have been able to make it to the Olympics and be able to pose a threat the way South Sudan did. I remember this South Sudan team were the same ones that took the Team USA to the edge last year before the Olympics in an exhibition game. And even in the games that they played, they went ahead and dominated in the first game, but they lost 2 straight against USA and Serbia, which I must say, those were difficult games at the time, but it didn't stop South Sudan, because when they came back last November, they were able to start off very well with 2 straight wins, and they beat Morocco, they beat Mali, and the only team they couldn't beat was Congo DR, and Congo DR are on top of their group. So there was that consensus that South Sudan's group, whichever group South Sudan is, they're going to go ahead and dominate. And I must say, Loldeng is doing a very good job with the basketball program. Even 2 weeks ago, we saw the women's team suit up and play. They were able to beat Kenya, which is my team, and they were able to go ahead and beat Burundi. The only teams that they couldn't beat were Uganda and Egypt. And as we speak right now, Uganda, they were the team that grabbed that ticket to the Afrobasket. So South Sudan finished number 3 in that women's run in Zone 5, finishing on top of us as we finished 4th. So I must say, South Sudan, you can't count them out at all. They are the number 1 team in Africa. I feel like they are the team to beat. These are just minor setbacks, and they can be able to go ahead and get the job done, because there's not been a team in African basketball that has been this active, and I don't think there's anyone who can dispute that South Sudan, they are the best team in African basketball. Even I can even go to extend and say they are the pride of African basketball based on how they played and they are showing in the Olympics. So I'm very excited. I know for a fact that we are bound to see some very good basketball this weekend, and I'm gearing up towards that. So make sure to like, share, subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be giving you a lot of information on this. Talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.